Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, I got my I got a tater box here that well, I didn't make a video fixing it because it just didn't seem all that interesting. It had, the back was shot on it, as most of these are. A lot of them you find they put like that fiberboard back here, and it really doesn't need it. It has enough ventilation because I don't have it sealed up tight. And the lids don't have a seal on them. They got enough ventilation. So since I knew I was going to paint it, I had some plywood, and it's fairly thick. It's 3/4 ply. So I just put that in there because that's what I had. Apparently there's still a wet spot inside, but painted down inside, and it's not perfect by any means, but it's still better than it was. But I was going to sand the whole thing down, and it just had too many imperfections, and I didn't really feel like, for what I'm going to end up selling it for, I didn't feel like putting the amount of work in that it would take to completely make it perfect. But what I did, it had hinges, obviously. So I still got them. These old screws are not in very good shape, so I got some new brass plated wood screws I'm going to put in there. But I did sand down the top and stained it and put an oil finish on it. And it had that spot right there. This was the top. There's where the hinges were at. But it had that janky spot there on the bottom. So I just flipped it over, sanded it down, stained that, and just routed a nice edge around 3 edges and left that one flat because it actually butts up right here at this angle. So we didn't need it routed. But a few years back, it was all stained tops and white painted bottoms. And here lately, everybody has been wanting grayish with wooden top, the stained tops. And this, on camera, it kind of looks blue, but looking at it in person, it's a gray. And it's actually this stuff here. That's the only gray I had that I liked. I had another gray, but it was kind of a purplish. So it's just epoxy paint. So it'll work real good for this, especially since there'll be food down in it. Onions or taters, whichever you put in it. So, but I did try to save, and I don't know how well this is gonna come out, so I will lay this thing down. See about doing a big reveal. See if I wanted to keep the decorative part that was already on it. There you go. People run over water balloons with Lamborghinis and get 5 million views. I'm pulling tape off a tater picture. That ought to get me at least a couple 100,000. Ah, screwed up. Dang it, now I'll be down to, not getting 1,000 views because I screwed up the tape pull. There you go. There we go. Throw this away. I need to empty my trash can. Oh, alright. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. That was the original decor that was on the front, and I didn't want to lose that. And I didn't want to put the effort in to try to remake that. So, but we're going to set this thing over here. This other table is a table I got to work on too. So we're going to set this down a little lower so I can get to it. And we get our camera stand here. Flip you got. There we go. Okay. There we go. Bring you out here. Lower you down. There we go. Oh, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And say this video is brought to you, sponsored by, I can't really, I don't have any sponsors. I just wanted to say it once. So if you guys get me enough subscribers, I can have sponsors. So, yes, that was a blatant plug for people to subscribe. Okay, there's that. Let me get the hinges. Alright. And I already found some screws here that I like. And there's really nothing wrong with the other ones. They would actually blend in well with the hinge, but I'm going to try these brass ones just because it kind of gives it a little newer look, I guess. And so I'm going to put these in, and then and this had a big crack that went right down where the screws put in, so I glued it up. But I'm going to put these screws in and get this fastened down and put the lid up here so that I can get the markings for it, because I mean this is pine and it's just old pine. It's not going to be horrible to drill, but I still like to pre-drill when I can. And this wobbling like that, the legs aren't bad. I got this table here. My wife glued some of those Lego sheets down for our son, and it's not that he's outgrown it, but he just wanted something different. He still does Lego, but he just wanted something different in there, and so I'm gonna clean it. The table's fine with it, or it's a nice table, but I'm gonna clean it off and clean all that adhesive off she's got on there and redo the top of it and take it to my booth. Alright, so there's, I got the hinges in. Let me go get the top. And like I said, this was the top, and we had that spot there, which not horrible, but I just wanted it to be be pretty smooth on top, and just routed a nice edge around it. So that sits up there. We'll give it a little gap. Flip these down. And part of this is, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's an old piece anyways. So back in the day, they really didn't care a whole lot about perfection. They did. I mean, they wanted it nice, but some of them didn't have the precision stuff that is available now, and they still stood some. I mean, Japanese did good no matter what, but they still want it nice if you can. So I just got a small drill bit. You just want to make sure you get a bit smaller than the threads on the screw that you're using. There we go. And I have drills and stuff. It's just these little screws, I just like doing them by hand. And these probably make zero difference in it, really. I mean, there wasn't anything wrong with the old screws. I just wanted to use these. I should have took a picture. I didn't. Got a rogue mosquito in here. If you see me try to bat something. Right. In there. A lot of times when I restore this old stuff, if it's got marks or nail holes, I don't fill them in generally, because I don't know, I just think it just adds to the character of it, I think. Now if I'm building something new, yeah, I'll cover them up. Give you a pro tip here. If you have one of these multi-cases or anything that holds multiple things, when you're done with it, close it and latch it. I don't know how many of these I've dumped over the years because I wasn't paying attention and I picked it up and it wasn't latched. Alright, so there we got the lid, works good. And take it out here. There we go. So there it is, all done. Definitely not perfect. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm not going to take the time to do it because I don't want to. But I should have went ahead and stained this. But that's okay. It looks fine. It ain't bad. And I made cabinets here for my son's TV. I got the circles for all the controller parts and the buttons and stuff, but that's for a Nintendo Switch. I was going to put the TV in the middle and make it look like a big Switch, but then I ended up getting him a different TV. So I'm going to still take these. I got to still touch the paint up. And obviously they've been sitting out here for a little while. But so I'm going to go ahead and just put a shelf across them and make it a Nintendo Switch shelf that you can just hang on your wall and put stuff in. But so there's that. Looks pretty good, I think. Good enough for taters. So hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And getting started on this. I robbed the handles out of this for another project because we've got a busted handle there, so we're going to put all new handles on this anyways. So I went ahead and robbed a couple of them for something else I needed. But we're going to take that. Wife wants to sand it down and paint it. I'm not a big fan on painting things like this, but that's what she wants to do. And we're going to take these out. We're going to take these... they were either for records or for plates. We're going to take them out, fill the holes in where they were at before we paint it. And it's got these, got them regular light bulbs in there, but it's got CFLs in it right now. I've got these, I've got these little puck lights here. And I'm going to take and mount them. I'm going to take the fitting out of there. That's the regular light socket. And put that CFL in there on each side. And I'm going to put one in here also. But, alright, well, that's it for this video. I'll have some more coming up. So, got my big jug of tea. Louisiana. Good tea. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I go with tea. Alright, I will talk at you guys later. Don't forget, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, please. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.